the interactions of ecosystem. We saw what is ecosystem. I brought forward what is going on mysteriously. So produces, consumers, decomposes. So mysterious underpinnings, mysterious actions going on. So we brought it out and you saw what is going on. Now, how the ecosystem interacts, because there are not only we are going to expand producers, we are going to expand consumers and decompose, how they interact. So how ecosystem works, in other words. Rather right? All right. How ecosystem works, or organization of an ecosystem. Many words to describe the concept which I am going to illustrate. So this is called illustration. Even we had producer, consumer. That was an illustration. Bottleneck was an illustration. This is the third one I'm going to show you. What's her name? Sneha. She is the blade of grass. Alright? Sneha, put like this. She is the blade of grass. Alright? Now, she is a plant. Alright? She is technically she is a organism. Plant organism. Alright? Now she is single. Blade of grass. So she is known as the individual organism. Got that right? All right. One more. You come there. Say, come. Join with us. There are a group of grass now. This is called population of grass. The individual has become population. Okay. You come there that side. Okay. That is, put your hands like this. Like this. What is she?
Mountain.
Tree.
Tree.
So she is a tree, only one. She is what? Individual tree. You come, join with her. Do that. Now what is she now? Population of trees. So far we have been, this is the plant kingdom. Now you come here. You are here. Wait. So this is the organization of an ecosystem. Alright. How an ecosystem works, or the interactions of an ecosystem. So here we have individual organisms, and we have grouped them according to the population of grass organism, the population of tree organism, the population of deer organism, the population of elephant organism, now the population. First God created only individual, remember that? Adam, individual. Then he brought a population, Eve. So now it is complete, humanity. So now they are here. So far, they have been before the coming of humans, everything was in balance, coexisting. All these creatures were working for the common good of the ecosystem. That is the point. All these organisms working for the common good. Now, humans have come. So now, everything is upside down. So I will talk what is upside down after the reading of the biblical text. Some of the biblical text I'm going to identify. There are 6 laws God is providing in the first and second chapters of Genesis. So I will explain and then we will continue the illustration. But you stay there, but you can leave your hands in a relaxed position. Then again I'll ask you to go back to the previous position. Okay, Genesis chapter 1, 26 to 28. We read already, but still you read Loud and clear. Okay?
Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the wild animals of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." God said, "See, I have given you every plant."
Okay, that's enough. See, already two commandments are there. One is dominion, the second one is be fruitful and multiply. Two commandments already she read. Wonderful. The first commandment is dominion, which we understood and misinterpreted. So theology bears a huge guilt of misinterpretation. 2000 years, this 8-letter word dominion was misinterpreted to the advantage of human species. Only one organism should benefit. All other organisms are created just for the amusement of only one species, Homo sapiens. That is the theology, what we made from Genesis 1:26, dominion. But I told you repeatedly that dominion is God's dominion. We should have been talking here. We should have made theology God's dominion, which is love, empathy, mercy, forgiveness, wow, tolerance. That is what God's dominion, which we forgot 2000 years. So many scientific people or scientific community like Lynn White Jr. in 1967, the historical roots of our ecological crisis, blames Genesis 1:26 text for the ecological crisis, what we have created today. All these ecological crises like global warming, climate change, globalization, uh, industrial revolution, agricultural revolution, world wars, colonialism, slavery, forced conversions, poaching, deforestation, all these problems are the outcome of dominion interpretation. Good example is the movie The Mission. That movie can really illumine you what dominion model thinking has cost. So disasters after disasters. So now in order to renew, we need to reinterpret. Pope Francis is writing in Laudato Si, and what is that, paragraph number 67? Yes, he admits we made mistake, and we need to really reject this kind of interpretations, and we need to reread, reinterpret, and reconstruct in order to bring renewal to effect. So that is what he's telling. Okay, number 2, be fruitful and multiply. Genesis 1:28. Children, today 8 billion people are living on the fragile planet. In order to understand the population issue, we need to understand the concept of carrying capacity of the earth. How many animals can live on the planet, given the chance of the elements like water, air, food? So how many humans can really live comfortably on this planet. So the water is finite, food is finite, air is finite, they are not infinite. So only certain amount of people can live on the earth. And also today's consumption taking into account, and our consumption, our lifestyle, big houses, big buying, and also burning fossil fuels, our lifestyle. So if you take everything into account, 1 billion people can live. But on the planet, even 10 billion, even 15 billion people can live if your life in the low, like hunters and gatherers, in a simple life, any number of children, you can. But the lifestyle today is putting pressure on every ecosystem. And the food and water and air is not sufficient. So we are polluting everything. So now, we never say in Christianity, overpopulation. No, there is no such thing as overpopulation. Everything God can take care, and many children, good. That is what the teaching of the church is all about. So when Pope teaches that way, we should remember that he is teaching about simple lifestyle. Yes, many children. But this kind of lifestyle, many children, means it's a disaster to the earth. So we need to awaken the minds of the people, especially India. India. Say India.
India.
These two countries should be conscientized. There வேலையே இல்லை. வேற வேலையே இல்லை. Hey India. Hey China. Come on, slow down. Go out of the house and look at nature. Go out of the house and enjoy the outdoors. Don't be closed in. Then you will think only one thing. Please don't put pressure on the ecosystems. There is only limited amount of food and water. Understand that. So anyway, the second commandment is nothing wrong with that. You can have many children provided if you have a simple life. No problem. If you have a luxurious life, we are putting everything in danger. Number 3, 29, chapter 1.
God said, See, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, everything that has breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And there was...
That is wonderful. So this is a very important commandment. Very important commandment. He is telling to go as a vegetarian to all life. All life. Even the lion and the tigers were eating only vegetarian food. Only mutation has made them to go for meat eating. So all life God is telling in the chapter 1, Genesis, verse 29, you eat vegetables, leaves, nuts, fruits, green. See the color? The Pontifical Commission for Peace and Justice, the Dicastery for Integral Human Development, they announced last May, the starting of Laudato Si year, they made an announcement that the faithful, the Christian faithful are recommended to eat plant-based food. First time in the history of the church, it is announced. It's a global call to all the faithful. Please eat vegetables and nuts and fruits and pulses. They are more healthy than the meat. Today, the methane, we know it as a greenhouse gas, is being pumped up volumes of gas every day because of non-vegetarian habits. You know, all the excretions from animals like cow dung, chicken excretion, fish, all of them are methane based content. So as non-vegetarian habits are increasing, also methane is increasing. You know the shocking truth? It is not 5%, it is not 10% of greenhouse gases we are pumping into atmosphere because of non-vegetarian habits. 15% of the greenhouse gases are responsible for non-vegetarian habits. That is not less. 15%. That is a lot. So I think we are accelerating the runaway greenhouse effect as IPCC, that the sixth assessment report puts it. It is categorized as the physical basis, basis science. That's right. That is group 1. So that is what it has been published and proclaimed by United Nations. So that is what we know now. So everything is open now. 15% of the methane gas we should reduce, because that is what is most dangerous. All this perspiration, all this heat absorbing, everything. As I said, you global warming potential of a methane molecule is 21 times more powerful than the carbon dioxide molecule. Very dangerous. So I think, sisters, we should remember that God has given to all the mammals only vegetarian diet. Nothing else. Most healthiest diet is vegetarian. It's all right to eat once or twice. That's okay. But not every day. That is all. You should come out of that habit and become vegetarian. Very healthy. Very healthy. All right. Then we go to the 4th commandment. Chapter 2, 15. Read it. 2:15. It's very important.
The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to till it and keep it.
Yes, that is it. That's it. God created man and woman and put him in the garden, and he told to man, till it and keep it. Very important. I think we have tilled too much and kept too little. Isn't it? That is what we have done. So we have failed in that commandment. So today, all the United Nations climate change conferences talk about one word called sustainable development. You know that word, no? Media, everywhere, papers, television, YouTube, all the time sustainable development, sustainable development. That is the word. That word comes from Genesis 2:15. Till it and keep it. Yeah. Sustainable development explanation is the present generation we can use the resources, but at the same time keep the resources in working condition for the future generations. That is the explanation of the sustainable development. God is telling the same thing. Yeah. Till it, use it, and keep it for the future generations. At last, biblical words have come true in our times, and we are discussing in a world level community. At last, Bible words come to pass. Isn't that nice? sustainable development. That is what first United Nations conference in Rio de Janeiro in 1992, that is the first time they used that clause. Then they used 2007 Kyoto, Japan. The same was recommended to all countries to follow. The third one was Copenhagen in 2009, and 2011 Durban, South Africa, and then 2015 when the encyclical was written by Pope Francis, Laudato Si, same year in Paris, that is United Nations conference took place. There also sustainable development. Now in November 2021, there will be the new United Nations conference on climate change is going to happen. Again, it's going to be sustainable development. So I think the Bible has said it all. So again, we are coming back to Bible to refer. So if you want to refer that sustainable development today, why can't we refer the other 5 laws? Already we have discussed 3 and this is the 4th one, isn't it? So Bible is already being discussed, that 4th law is worldwide. The other laws of, found in the Bible also should be discussed. It will come to pass. That is my belief, that is my hope. All right. Number 5. Number 5 is, I think, 17. 2:17.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it, you shall die.
Wow. See? That is the law. You can use everything, but that tree, in the middle of the garden, don't touch it. That means don't exploit the natural resources. Keep something. That's why God gave only 25% of the land. He knew this species is going to deplete everything. Deplete everything. So that's why He gave only 25, and 75% of the land He has covered with the blanket, hidden from the eyes of human beings. The oceans, that is the blanket. That's what Psalm 104, the first 4th verse, 1 to 4, is telling, you have hidden from the eyes of the human beings, and you have kept the land. You know, for Christmas, our mother cooks nice palagaram, nice mithai she makes, and some of them she keeps hiding. Hiding. So the God the Father is also hiding some sweets for the future generations. So that land is being under the ocean, and He is covering with a blanket. Water is a blanket. That is what Psalm is telling. You are using a blanket of water to cover it. See how smart our Creator is. But the human species is much smarter than the Creator. He goes with the ship and finds and takes and comes out. Technology and science. What can God do with this species? We can't believe what these 2 people are doing at all. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. So anyway, today we need to keep. Yesterday didn't we read one quote? If at all our future generations want to remember us, it is not the science and technology, it is not the economy, it is the natural world, biological world. So it is not the material wealth, it is not the cultural wealth. Our future generations are going to, they want to see God's creation, original creation, little bit. So other people can, this is how God created. That is what they want to see. So that is what, do not exploit that tree in the middle. They are known as the wilderness areas. Wilderness areas means man has never set foot or eyes on them. There are a lot of places. Please don't tell anybody, Indian Indians and Chinese will go and find out. Don't tell them there are lots of beautiful places only cameras have captured. Nothing else. There are unbelievable places on planet. I hope no humans should go there. Intact. So the last one is, I think 24 or 25 or 23, I'm not sure, where the Lord says He brings all the animals and He asks the first humans to name them. Okay, say that. The Lord God brought all the cattle.
The man gave names to all cattle and to the birds of the air and to every animal of the field. But for the man there was not found a helper as his partner.
All right. So actually, the man baptizes all the creatures. So he gives name lion, peacock, cobra. You name it. Baptism gave to cobra. Now you want to kill the cobra. So naming means enter into communion with them, relationship, kinship. So they are become your children, our brothers and sisters. Actually, we are their children. So they name them. That means we are one household, common home. We are one household. We are interdependent, web of life. I care for you, symbiotic. Cow gives milk. Even in the field, everything is being recycled. All right? Even the, number one natural scientist, number one, he says about the paddy crop. He divides into three parts: Adi, Nadu, Nuni. There are three parts, it says. Adi, Nadu, Nuni. Three parts. So he says, Adi kattula, Nadu mattula, Nuni wootula. Adi kattula, it becomes manure in the field. Nadu mattula, that hay becomes food for the cattle. Nuni wootula, all the corn we take home. It's a recycle. Again, see the animals, us, land, we are all connected. It's a circle. Everything is dependent. So recycle, reuse, interdependent, web of life. Adi kattula, nadu mattula, nuni wootula. See how nicely put it? So that is what the commandment is all about. So I have given you 6. I think this is the basic interpretation I can give. I mean, this is the things we can use to explain easily. For you also, you can explain to the children. Very, very simple way, they will also understand. So this is how you have to educate. This is called ecological education. Just stop a second. Illustration that shows how an ecosystem is organized or ecosystem interacts. All right. So that is what the demonstration is all about. So the population of trees, population of grass, population of elephants, population of deer. Here is the human beings. So far everything was okay. God found everything was good. After creation of humans, He did not find that was good at all. And you saw what the commandments God gave you. We have broken all the commandments. 6 commandments prescribed in the 1st and 2nd chapter of Genesis. We've broken them all. So, not only broken, because you broke, I told you, one area you break, other 2 areas also it reflects. Your relationship with God, human, and creation. Everything is Satyanash. Barbat ho gaya. Barbat ho gaya, Hindi mein. Barbat hai, barbat hai. हमारा रिश्ता भगवान बर्बाद है, हमारा रिश्ता नेबर बर्बाद है, हमारा रिश्ता प्रकृति से बर्बाद है। बर्बाद, God created creation, humans created barbad. That is what these humans are. So now, barbad means all of you sit down. Only the animals. These humans have destroyed all the creation. Sit down. Now you go and stand here, center. Okay, now you see Father Thomas Barry quote. Sister was reading. To be alienated. You remember that word?
Yes.
To be deprived. So now they are alienated. All of them gone. They are standing alone on the planet. They became orphans, in other words. They are impoverished. And very soon they will go to mental asylum. Because everything is gone. They feel isolation. They can't bear anymore. Either they will commit suicide or mental hospital. I think there are no mental hospitals also they destroyed. Other mentals also died. Only choice is suicide. So this is what we are in that position, humans. IPCC has given red alert. We are in the position of committing suicide. So you die or you come. There is no other choice. So that is what we are now. We are waking up. We know. And we are afraid. I must come, Now, everybody is asking 8 billion people on the planet. What should we do? What should we do? Tell us. We want to renew. We want to make a covenant, new covenant. So everybody wants to do something. Everybody on the planet wants to really reconcile with the Creator, reconcile with the human, reconcile with the whole of creation. It is called universal reconciliation, a word. We have never done universal reconciliation. That is what I preach now, recollection, to the different congregation of priests and nuns. It is called universal. Pope Francis is writing. What it means, it is in Laudato Si. We make confession basing ourselves on these three relationships. How did you break it? So even switching off the light, you forgot to switch off the light in your room, that also sinful it comes. So that is what universal reconciliation is all about. I want to tell you one thing. Humans are really sorry what happened. Francis of Assisi has showed us how to restore our relationship with God, humans, and nature. So now we have to look for solution, how to remedy, how to amend what we have done, the harm done to creation, God, others. So now solution is where? That is the point. Now if you are looking solution outside, the same mistake you will be committing again and again. So I told you, we always look outside. That side is ecological crisis. Resources we thought they are outside. That's why we went and we exploited the land, water, air, life, everything. So we thought earth is the source of all value, dig it. Gold is there, silver is there, everything is there. That is a misunderstanding. So we took them all. So ecological crisis. Now we should stop digging there because nothing is left. 80% is already lost. Only 20% remain there. So now don't dig the earth. Now you dig yourself. That is where the solution is. We have been looking outside, but we have forgotten what we have inside each and every one of us. There is the solution. It is called human ecology. That is the new word. Popes are all writing about it. Human ecology. What is human ecology? It is a new concept that tells us that we are the ecosystem. Kingdom. Yesterday I told you, no? You are the earth. You are the mountain. You are the lake. You are the grassland. You are the rainforest. Didn't I say yesterday, sister, I was showing, look at the sister. She looks Arake Mary, everybody, not only Arake Mary. She looks exactly like planet Earth. Look at her. Friend, here is the desert. That's it. There is nothing there. Even the desert dunes are there. When you look at inside, bones also, like the dunes. And the whole body, when you look at, there are deserts, there are mountains, there are rivers, there are small rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, and there are forests, big forests. You see it? Completely there are earthquakes are there, as I told you. So, all the ecosystems are here. Not only you, ant also. All are kingdom. 75, 22, 75% water, the tree. The same ratio. No organism is different because we are children of the earth. Everybody carry the DNA of Mother Earth. In Tamil, Tolkappiyar is the famous Tamil literary writer who invented the Tamil grammar. So he wrote and he gave us only 5 ecosystems. We call them Purinji, Mullai,
Marudam, Neidal,
5 ecosystems. For English, those who don't speak Tamil, you can ask other sisters and learn. But you will understand, we are all Indians. So, there are 5 ecosystems. Didn't I say yesterday the kingdom of Monara Pratishta? And their environment. Actually, only 4 ecosystems. And Tolkappiyar was so particular to include that non-living factor. Malayum,
மலை சார்ந்த இடமும்
Malayum,
மலை சார்ந்த இடமும்
Vayalum,
வயல் சார்ந்த இடமும்
Kadum,
காடு சார்ந்த இடமும்
Nilamum,
நிலம் சார்ந்த இடமும்
Manalum.
மணல் சார்ந்த இடம்.
If Tolkappiyar can see, 300 years before Christ, the man understood the whole world is made up of 2 components. Only Christianity understood only 50 years ago. Tolkappiyar, he had in his mind the living, the biotic and the bio. Smart Indians and smart Tamils. Sangagalam, smartest people we have. We don't have to learn from anybody. Our masters can teach everything. Everything. We are the smartest people, Tamils. Purinji Mullai Madam Negal Pai. But Tolkappiyar forgot one. 300 years afterwards, Jesus comes. I think he must have studied Tolkappiyar. There is no doubt. Every science comes and he teaches the parable of the sower. Remember that parable of the sower? The 4 types of soil. Naturally, it teaches some produced, some did not produce, and the disciples did not understand anything. Thank God they did not understand. So they asked, we did not understand. Then only Jesus, otherwise we would have lost. Otherwise, the enlightenment would have been gone. Because disciples were stupid enough to ask, tell us. It seems Jesus, daytime he preaches. Disciples never understand a word. All thinking something else, like these disciples. And then everybody comes in the night. They ask, we didn't understand. Then he teaches. That is known as the esoteric knowledge. Esoteric. Mysterious teaching. So Jesus was teaching to disciples mysterious teaching. If I was a Jew, I would have told, you did not understand that. How would you understand much deeper inside? But anyway, Jesus was patiently teaching them esoteric. So that is the time first he reveals one important insight nobody has thought of. He told the seed, what was sown, was not sown on the land, but it was sown in your heart. That is the land. In human heart, remember that. Humans are made up of what?
Soil. From soil we have
Yeah,
come.
that is the word. So soil and water and air, Panjabhutas. So he is made up of soil that makes him a land. That makes him a Thinai in Tamil. That makes him an ecosystem. Understand? A forest is an ecosystem where there are producers, consumers and decomposers. So we also have producers, consumers, decomposers inside. We have resources, that is the point. Plenty of resources. Even earth doesn't contain so many resources. We are rich. We are rich. What are the resources we have? Gold is here. Whatever we have been looking for outside, at last we realize, oh my God, it is inside me. I heard planet Earth, but I did not look inside what I have. That is the mistake I have done. So in a renewal process, we are looking inside, not outside. That is the main point. So now you find empathy, human ecology. So in this ecosystem, empathy, love, sharing, sacrificing, and mercy, forgiveness, tolerance. Wow! You can make at least 500 resources in each human person. Now you give empathy to them. They are destroyed. Compassion to them. Love to them. Caring to them. Forgiveness to them. Equality to them. Sharing. That is the process of renewal from within. Don't use the same things what media is telling. Technology can repair everything. That's what they are telling in the media, isn't it? The same mistake they are making. Science and technology can repair everything what we have done. The economy can fix everything. The politicians can fix. Religious leaders say some prayers, rosaries, it will be all finished. Nothing will be done, still worse, 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 worse. We are making the world dangerous place. So to combat everything, not looking outside, no more, but look within you. It is known as in English human ecology, human resources, and take it. And you give justice, that is also human ecology. Justice and righteousness are at last. It is not in science and technology. It is not in economy. It's not in religion. It is not in politics. But it is in each and every individual organism. That is the biggest resource what we have is aram, righteousness, hope and love, all of them human resources. Grace we have, hope we have, human resources. So everything what we have is our resources that can imagine. Can't we change human person, 8 billion people together using this human resources or human ecology? Can we do miracles? Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
We can do it. So renewing the whole earth, IPCC is not at all speaking about human ecology. They are speaking about still technology, economy, and new inventions. So see, everything distracted, but only human ecology can. So in Fratelli Tutti, that is the Pope Francis's third encyclical, He wrote three. One is Lumen Fidei, Laudato Si, and Fratelli Tutti. In Fratelli Tutti, in English, it is
My brothers and
what is that? Translation is social friendship, fraternity and social friendship. That is English, Fratelli Tutti. So Pope Francis is telling, come on, insert fraternity and social friendship in science and technology. And he says, insert fraternity and social friendship in economy. See, in every area we should insert, we should join fraternity and social friendship. Without these elements, the other things will only destroy. When you include these two, it will benefit to the whole cosmos. So now we are using human ecology, and then we are giving empathy, love, care, protection, all those 6 commandments what God gave in the first and second chapters of Genesis. We are deeply sorry makes universal reconciliation. Now the miracle happens. Come on, first grass. Stand up. Like this. Come on. Phil, come this side. So come on. All sit down. Man there. Yeah. You come behind and heal them. Come on. Where is the grass? Give empathy. Give empathy to them. You sit down. After you give empathy, both of you. So these two are now, humanity is giving empathy. In other words, is giving, what is that? Human ecology. So they are giving human ecology to them, human resources to them. Now the grass is beginning to spring out. Now they are going to give human ecology to
trees.
the trees. Come on, trees. So this is the animal plant kingdom. Here. Now these are deer. Deer, come on, ready? Ready? Human ecology. Now the deer is coming out live. Now,
From the beginning you come.
human ecology is giving
Not
to
you are not
elephants.
From the beginning.
So now human ecology to deer. Wow, deer are resurrecting. Oh, resurrection. Yeah. Now human ecology to elephants. Now one important thing I forgot to tell you. All right. Now again we come to the same discussion. I only talked about the living part, only the biotic. If you are a clever father, what about you? You didn't talk, father. You should have asked, but nobody asked. So they are also here. There is soil, water, air, sunlight, temperature. Everything is here. The abiotic world. Without the abiotic, you would have never come to existence, you realize. So the humans give human ecology to the elements also, the 5 elements you give like that, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that again.
Do together.
Soil, water, air, like that. Fire. Do. Do. Tribal dance. So this is the illustration. Thank you. Want to enjoy? You come to